Hello, friends and soon-to-be friends. I'm Jesslyn, and this is Body Doubling with Buddies. If you're watching me on TikTok Live, if you're watching me on YouTube, this is O Jesslyn, which is OHJESSLYN. Today I'm going to be body doubling. Lately I've been body doubling doing applications and work-related stuff, trying to get work. Today I'm actually doing a request from someone over on YouTube. I was asked to do some homeschool prep, but you don't have to be doing that. You could do whatever you've got going on, or any kind of school prep. Maybe you're prepping yourself for this next week of school, trying to figure out what you need to do and when, getting your schedule ready. I'm going to be printing stuff for my kids and getting everything organized for their week of school. So join me, grab your work, or take me with you wherever you're doing, and let's work together. Hopefully, there's some sweet music playing for you right now. We are trying to work it out so that there's some nice music playing in the background like we do on our YouTube channel. But we're still working out the kinks of using TikTok. So please bear with us in that regard. And thank you, Jessica DeVos. You said DeVos or DeVos? I actually don't know that. But I think it's DeVos. Anyway, thank you, Jessica, for the suggestion about the music. You have a very good point, as you often do. This is not even my school notebook. This is my regular notebook. Okay, let me get school stuff done. We keep all the kids' school stuff in a cute little cabinet in my bedroom in the RV. So, homeschooling is working great. We've been doing it their entire, like they've never been to school, and I've got a 9-year-old, just days away from being 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And it really hasn't been any harder in the RV than it was at our house before this. The printer is under my bed. So you may see me in a little while pop out some printed pages from underneath the bed. Let's see. Gotta get all the stuff out. Gather your supplies. That's the first step, right? You might think that I would have gathered the supplies before getting started with the live, right? That would have been brilliant. But hey, this is reality TV, or something like that. Okay, that's still not the right number. Here we go. In case you're wondering, I have a not quite preschooler. That's the one who's 4. She's not technically in like the year before kindergarten preschool, but of course we still do, learning shapes and colors and starting to learn like some of the letters of the alphabet. She knows some numbers and a little bit of math. But then my 2 kids that are in school proper are in 1st and 3rd grade. And we aren't like fully unschoolers, although I have hopes of being there someday when my kids are more like independent. But we do not have like a curriculum either, so I just kind of piecemeal things together based on what they need and the resources that we have. So we use a couple of Usborne things. The Usborne Encyclopedia of World History and Usborne Geography Encyclopedia as sort of our basic introduction to geography and science and history. I use the free version of Mystery Science for their science. I would love to have the full Mystery Science subscription, homeschool subscription, but I just don't have money for it right now. I use Handwriting Without Tears for their writing, and that is a thing that Emmy has also. We've finished some Usborne first reading set, so now my newest reader is reading from my first encyclopedia, which is also kind of a fun way to introduce some science topics to them at a really easy level. And then they do spelling and math that are on, they're just free resources online. I think it's McGraw-Hill, both of them, but let's see. And they also do grammar online. For those of you who care about homeschooling stuff, you don't have to be interested in homeschooling at all to use this body doubling time. But I did have somebody asking about some homeschool stuff, so I thought I'd tell everybody what we use. I try to use as many free resources as possible because I just don't want it to cost a lot, and there's plenty of good stuff out there. Oh, and then we also do, we're doing the Oklahoma School of the Deaf's ASL 1 course right now. We're really mostly doing that with the third grader, but I'm hoping that the first grader and preschooler, that they pick up on some of the vocabulary, if not the grammar. Okay, that's not working. We use Go Math for math, which are textbooks online that I just print out. Pages for spelling is gonna take a minute to load. And then I also have these learn by sticker things that I got a while back and haven't used all up. One of them's math, addition and subtraction, and one of them's beginning phonics. The math, in my opinion, is much better. But I figured we might throw a couple of those in this week. I would love to hear about what you're doing, whether you're on the live or watching over on YouTube. If you are watching this at any point, I'd love to hear what you're doing. As I often say, body doubling is a two-way street, so it works for me because I know in my head that there are going to be people out there watching this at some point that are helped by it, and so the motivation of helping other people is what allows me to get this done. And then hopefully, the same is for you. You know that by doing it and commenting or liking to let me know you're here, then that helps me do it. So you're helping me. We all help each other, and everything gets done. Let's see. This week is April 8th through. Should we take the day off for Kari's birthday? 12th. Maybe. Probably not. Geography. Let's do history. again, we paused to mess with microphone stuff, so hopefully the sound is a little better now. We actually use Evan Moore for spelling, or maybe it's even more, but it's spelled Evan. Evan Moore Building Spelling Skills. Oh yeah, history. And the grammar book that we use it's called Treasures. I don't know who it's by. Let me see. Treasures Grammar Practice Book by Macmillan McGraw-Hill. Macmillan McGraw-Hill. So I knew one of them was McGraw-Hill. So that's the grammar that we use, and it's super easy to use. So far, grammar is my thing. I'm a copy editor by trade, so I feel really comfortable like walking them through all of that. But actually, I really like all of these programs that we use, or resources that we use. I guess we are gonna take off Kari's birthday. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Oh yeah, typing. I guess I'm gonna try to get them to do typing. y'all are all having a good weekend out there, even though, you know, there's stuff to get done, even on the weekends. It is a nice change of pace. I hope that's true for you too. Instead of taking Thursday off, we'll just do science, which will be fine. So, watch the Vlogbrothers. Hank does have a video about the eclipse that I thought would be good for me to watch tomorrow. Ooh, are you gonna be somewhere where the eclipse happens? Do you care about the eclipse? Or if you're watching this later, did you do anything special? Or I don't know. I feel like a lot of big deal is being made about it, and it is really cool, right? But I just don't care that much. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know who I would be apologizing to. Okay. So, if you're wondering how I organize school, it's really lightly. So I used to have like a page for every day of what they did. Like, this is what we need to get done. And it's organized by like Tuka does this and Kari does this, and then like we all do this, and sometimes I'd have something on there for Emmy. But lately I've just sort of been doing it all on one page. Like the whole week on one page, and conserving. It's the same setup, it's just squashed down onto one page. Okay, so I've gotten everything on here except for the stuff I need to print out, which is spelling, grammar, and math. So that's what I'm going to do now. And for those of you out there who are like, whoa, that's a lot of paper that you guys must go through. Yeah, I guess. It's no different than printing out like workbooks or something. I mean, than like getting a printed out workbook. Why does it look like, oh, he did do that. Okay. So this is Kari's math. One thing I love about homeschool is that they can go at their own pace. So like Kari's way ahead in math, and getting like further ahead all the time. And so I can let him like do that. But he's like a little behind. Well, I wouldn't say he's way behind, but he's definitely behind in handwriting because he has ADHD, and that's like a place that's pretty normal for a struggle, at his age especially. So it's nice to be able to like not put the pressure on him to like have perfect handwriting right now, but I can accommodate my children in the way that they most need it. hope you're hearing these beats because they are pretty sweet. I also really hope there's enough paper in the printer. It's really a pain when I have to switch the printer paper. But it's better than paying rent. Okay, so 3 for his first day. How are you doing out there? Are you getting anything done? If you're not, no judgment. We're happy to have you here anyway. I've lost count of what I was doing because I was talking. That's fine. Hey, no problem. Like I said, no judgment, right? That's on myself as well. But if you are doing something, then fantastic. That's what we're here for. We're body doubling. You're helping me, I'm helping you. We're working together. And no matter what, I appreciate that you're here. Today I'm working on getting my kids' homeschool stuff ready for the week. But you're welcome to be working on whatever you want to do. If you are working on homeschool, feel free to drop all the info in the comments. I would love to know, do you use a curriculum? Do you just piecemeal together like I do? Do you do unschooling? Are you, what grades are you doing? You know? What kind of extras do you have outside of the core subjects? I'd love to hear it all, really. But honestly, no matter what you're doing, I'd be interested in hearing about it. Whether you're doing homeschool stuff or you're walking your dog or you're taking out the trash, I'd love to hear about it. And that's like in all honesty. I don't think that we need to rehash this.
Has my dog go out there barking? I assume that my spouse has that taken care of. Because, yeah, there, I hear him. I hanging in there? I'm almost done with Kari's stuff, so I would say I'm almost 2/3 through. So I have the stuff everybody does, then I print out Kari's stuff, and then I print out Tuka's stuff. So I'd say I'm about 2/3 the way through. I've really gotten this down to, like, I do it pretty much every week, unless we have the week off for holidays or whatever. So I've kind of got it down to art. Maybe not art, but I've kind of got it down to a pretty well-oiled machine. How about that for an analogy? So as long as the printer keeps working, I'm doing great. I hope that whatever you're doing, you're finding success. But remember, it's okay if what you're doing today has you beating your head up against the wall. It feels bad. You're gonna have a headache, but sometimes that's what life throws at us. And just know that, like, it's not any fault of your own. You know, there's nothing wrong with you as a person. We all go through that. So just decide whether the right thing to do is to stop and rest and maybe find another way around your obstacle, or whether you've just got to keep on pushing until you're through. But just know that I get it. Probably everybody watching this video experiences that. So you're not alone. Alright? They may not do grammar today because everything else is working. I'm having no problems with the internet except for their grammar. It just doesn't want to load. It did earlier though, didn't it? Alright, I'll just give it a minute. I could get the rest of his stuff out of the... I'm gonna open up the bed now so I can get to the printer. Boom. That's how that's done. Finish his spelling. For my homeschoolers out there, again, if you've got neurodivergent kids, you know, autism, ADHD, I've got some of those. So I would love to hear what works for you and what doesn't, for, like, the kind of accommodations that you could provide them that help you have better days. For me, it has been splitting up. We used to do everybody's school all at once. And Tuka started having a lot of meltdowns around his, like, Kari and I making noise while I'm teaching him, while Tuka's trying to concentrate. So what we did is we just, except for the stuff they do at the same time, like our history and stuff, they just do stuff at different times of day now. They started off having this thing where they needed to make sure they were, like, there was a timer going, so they did the exact amount of time, because that's... Hi.
What's wrong, Papa?
I don't know, but you cannot be in here right now.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see her blue hair, but my littlest one has come in here to look for her papa. Yeah, go in the other house. Oh man. I still haven't gotten this grammar site to load, so I guess that I'll just skip that for now. And go start on Tuka's math. My only concern is that she doesn't go in the front yard looking for him or something. I better go check on that real quick. Please keep working. Okay, I'm back. I think that I can hear them talking to each other, so I think that's okay. He's definitely hearing to drink water. All of us need water. Okay, I'm going to start by printing out his last week of ASL stuff, so he has his vocabulary stuff. And then I'll go do his math. Another accommodation that I made for anyone interested is that we were having difficulty over Tuka's spelling test. He did fine in spelling, so it was hard for me to get my head around that even though he wasn't struggling to spell things correctly, he was struggling with his own feelings about trying so hard, like the importance of spelling correctly, like on the first try, which we have serious low-key vibes at school. Like, everything is low risk. You know, you're allowed to make as many mistakes as you want. There's no grading or like marking things wrong. And generally I have them test if they've done anything like their spelling test where they are going to need to check the work. I let them check their own work and just change whatever they missed, and then I kind of make note of what they missed to like re-go over with them some other time just to make sure that we cover that. And then with like their math and stuff, if I notice anything that they missed, I just have them come back to it and I say, hey, look at this problem again. There's something a little off, or if they need a little bit of help, I'll say, hey, check out, remember to do the carrying, check that out and see if you got everything there, and then they, figure it out. Or if they're having trouble with it, then I just sit down and explain. We go through the prompt step by step. But most of the time they just kind of are able to do stuff themselves. I help where I can. But there's no pressure to get things right, and certainly not to get things right the first try. So this was a thing I feel like he was putting on himself, but it was really bothering him. So we changed from, and he also felt he doesn't struggle with writing in the same way that Kari does. He has beautiful writing, but it takes so much effort for him to, mental effort to stay focused and get it all down. So he was having trouble with the writing portion of that. So we changed it to fingerspelling, and then we kind of go back and forth between fingerspelling and maybe writing it down, or just kind of being flexible with whatever he needs to do. And sometimes we don't do that last page of spelling at all. It's like the test, because I don't feel the need to test his spelling. He spells fine whenever we're doing work. I just got off of the place that I was. Okay, because grammar opened up immediately, so I guess I'll do grammar first. I was talking so much that I forgot what I was doing and ended up somewhere I didn't mean to be, but it turned out to be great. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's see. I think possessive nouns were what he just did, so it's a couple more pages down. Okay, so we're going to review plurals. I don't know why I put my notebook at the same place I'm putting my recycling. That's probably not the best plan. Did you find her? Hey, Matt? Matt?
I found her.
Okay.
I was talking to Dick.
Oh, okay, cool. My spouse just came in for a minute. I was just making sure he found our daughter, and that everything was okay with her. She lost him because he was doing the chickens next door. They're gone for the weekend. We're taking care of their chickens, and he was talking to their dad that lives there. He's like 96. He's delightful, very sweet guy. Okay, so they're gonna have to double up on the grammar day since we're taking Thursday off from grammar. So we'll do 2 grammar this day. And then Kari will need to do his spelling test on that day. Okay. No problem. Okay, so if grammar side is working, can I get Kari's grammar right now? I guess I can just let that open when it feels like opening. Okay, I need to print out his flashcards, but I need to wait and do that after because I need to put in cardstock for his flashcards. Kari's grammar just won't load. Alright, I'm moving on to Tuka's spelling, I guess. I never did his math. Took it out like I was gonna do it, but I didn't do it. Oh yeah, one of the things he struggles with is how much writing he has to do for spelling, especially on the first day when you're supposed to write all of your words twice. So again, he does fine with spelling, like in the real world. So I'm just gonna let him do a few less spelling words. Okay, where's that pen? Okay, next week. Doubling live here today. I'm working on my kids' school for next week, but you can work on whatever you want to, whatever you need to get done. Take me with you and let's do it. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, I appreciate it. I hope that you're doing well. Don't stop now unless it's the right thing for you to do. Sometimes we need a pause, sometimes we need to stop. I need a drink of water. Do you need a drink of water? Now here's the trick, especially if you have ADHD. If you stop to go get a drink of water, don't then find yourself doing something else. You have to remember to come back. Oh man. I'm from Texas, but I'm currently in western Colorado. And man, it is dry here. I need to drink a lot more water than I usually do. And that has taken me a while to get used to. I hope that I'm doing enough now. how you're doing. Alright, math done. I'm just gonna, so all of Tuka's stuff is printed out. I haven't put it in his binder yet, but I need to get this part for Kari's grammar. So once that's done printing, I just need to get it out, get everything into their notebooks, and I guess I'm going to try to switch to cardstock. Do I know where the cardstock is? That's the question. Because the flashcards will work better as cardstock. But I don't know. I don't know where our cardstock is. So let me look. I'm still here. You can't see me probably, but I'm still here. Okay, it's possible that it's under the bed with all the printouts, because like that's where the printer is. So that's that. Maybe I kept the cardstock by the printer. What do you think? Let's find out. First, I can get all the stuff I printed. Now, let's see. Oh, is this cardstock? How easy was that? It's a little bent up, but it's alright. Now comes the hard part. Switching the paper. Oh no, did he put it in backwards? How in the world am I supposed to switch the paper? It used to be that I just had to pull everything out over here, but now the printer is facing this direction. Huh. Do I have to like pick the printer up? Hey! There's the guy that can do things! How do we do this? Oh shoot, it's asking us if we're a robot right now.
I'm not a robot.
Maybe.
Beep boop boop.
Beep boop, I am not a robot. This is the fun part about living in an RV. Oh my goodness. Okay, put the cardstock in. Question, can I print on both sides of the paper?
If you take it out and put it back in.
I don't know how to do that. I thought that I would just take it out and you put it back in this thing or something. But also I don't know which way I would need to put it in at.
Yeah, good question.
My mom did it like it was all simple. She was like, oh yeah, just printed those flashcards out. Oh my. Isn't this a fun live? What are you up to? What are you doing? We're just changing out a printer from underneath the bed. Like you do. Doesn't he have a fine butt? Mmm. Cool. Let's see if it works. I don't know how this goes here, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I've got stuff on my bed. Okay. Let's give this a try. Shall we? When the most exciting part of your live is changing out your printer paper. Okay. Oh man, if somebody... Okay, double-sided printing. Choose flip page on short edge landscape. Is that an option that I have? What? Oh, open. With Adobe, I guess? Are they PDFs? Yeah. I didn't even know that this language class had flashcards until I saw someone comment on it. And they were commenting on like lesson 6, and I was like, oh boy, we don't currently have any of those flashcards. But my mom, who is also doing this ASL class with us, she said she printed it out and that they've been super helpful for her with the vocabulary. So I thought they might help Tuka, because he doesn't want to just watch the video over and over where it's just the like vocabulary one after another. I thought flashcards would be more like a game. Oh, that's class 8. Why did I pick 8? Okay, let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open with Adobe. I love that it's very accessible because it tells you exactly what to do on the first page of all of these apparently. So hopefully that's true and I can get these printed out. Print on both sides, flip pages on short edge, landscape orientation. I don't know if mine will do it automatically, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it does. Okay, print. More settings. Print on both sides, flip on short edge, landscape. Thing's not giving me a place to put portrait or landscape. I think it has just figured that out itself because it's showing it to me in landscape. So I'm going to just try it. Oh, it says printer status is not available. I bet that we messed up the cord whenever we put it back in. Yep. Fixed it. Oh, okay. When the printer stops printing, follow these steps to complete your two-sided print job. Oh, thank you for giving me steps. Pick up all the pages, put all the pages into the input tray as you can see in the picture. Press the button to print the other side of the pages. Press the button. Press the button. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cross my fingers. I have guess we're not starting lesson 5 yet, so I guess I'll print all 4 lessons so far. So I'm going to try it with lesson 1, and if I get it printed right, then I'll go on. We will see. Paper mismatch in tray 1. Oh no. What does that mean, paper mismatch? It's just paper, man. I don't know if I can pull it out. I keep it. Oh, good. You put it back in the other way. Okay. Do you want to change tray 1 settings? Yeah. Paper type. Cardstock. Cool. Then what? Gotcha. What do? I think it's working now. Just jamming out to the music. I hope you guys can hear it. I hope you like it. I definitely feel like the body doubling is way better when you have music in the background. That's a weird printer noise. So I'm hoping that we've figured out how to make that happen. I'm going to have to clean my bedding because I guess my socks have stuff on them. I don't like stuff on my bed. Oh, okay. Now, take it out, put it in, press the button. What button? Press what button? Oh, okay. Load rear side. What does that mean, load rear side? I'm just going to do what it told me to do on the thing. Ah! This is a weird live, right? Okay, I know. I think this is what I was supposed to do, and then just put it... Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I'm just supposed to put it back in, right? But I don't know which way I was supposed to flip it. Flip it on the short side. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna have to hope that this works out correctly. Hi, doggy. No, don't change it. Continue. Continue. Okay. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna take a short break because I need to pee. But I will be back in like 2 minutes. I'm back. And this is almost done. I think it's finishing. So, who thinks I did it right? Who thinks that I got this right on the first try? Let's figure it out. Let's check it out. Oh, it is still going. No, it's just calibrating, whatever that means. Wait a second. Okay. I don't think you did it right, but let me check. Okay. Oh. Oh, it did it right! I did it right on the first try! Hey, you know what? I say celebrate those little wins, right? Who is here to tell me that I shouldn't, right? I did something right the first try and I deserve to be happy about that. Okay, now I'm gonna try. I have 3 more lessons to print out. I don't know if I put enough cardstock in there because honestly this took like a lot of pages. There was 1 extra page. 2 extra pages? Just 1. That's so cool. Cool. Okay. Control print. And then print on both sides, flip on short edge. Go. Oh man. Now that I've been relieved, I can get some more water. Feel free to take a minute to get yourself a drink. It is so important to drink water, but it's also important to take rests when you need them. You don't always have to be go, 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 go. Especially on the weekend. But there's also something to be said for pushing through and getting, like, sticking with your focus. So if that's where you're at, like, my friend, just ride the wild donkey, you know? But not to the detriment of your health. Never to the detriment of your health. So drink water, go to the bathroom, eat a snack if you haven't eaten anything today, that kind of thing. Take care of yourself. Oh, I could be doing something right now. I still have to put Tina's binder together. Party's grammar in. And keep my water from falling over a bunch of okay, that isn't anything right now. I need to pull out XL stuff because it doesn't get hole punched. I probably should have like a section for it and make it hole punched, but currently that's not what I'm doing. I think it's ready for me to flip, but I'm gonna hole punch this first. Yay! And then I'm done with the hole punch. So I can put that up. There's stuff in the way. But I'm getting there. Okay. So I need to switch this one. Hopefully there's enough paper in there. I guess I can kind of check that one down here, right? Is there cardstock for the rest of it? I don't know. It's just paper. I can't tell what's cardstock and what's paper anymore. That's cardstock, but that's just paper, I think. That's just like a couple of pages. Uh-oh, I don't remember how I took this out. Ooh, how did I take it out? Like this, and then I just put it in like that? Uh-oh. Questioning myself again. I feel like that's just paper and not cardstock. I don't know anymore. Okay, continue. Nope, don't change anything. I don't know if I got enough cardstock to print out all of these. So I'll just print what I can on cardstock, and then I guess the rest will be on paper for now. I'm not sure. I can't decide if we've got some somewhere. I don't know. Okay, so who's reviewing plurals? Is that Kari or Tuka? Well, who else do I have? Oh, it's definitely Tuka. Okay, so grammar for Tuka. Do you ever have to sort of just narrate what you're doing in order to get it done? That's where I'm at right now. Oh my. I really hope that all of his math did not print out like the first page of math did. He's gonna need 3D glasses to do his math. Can you see that? I don't know, can you see it? Because it almost looks normal when I look at it on... Whoa! When I look at it through the screen, it looks normal. Kind of. But it's like the red and blue are off by a little ways. Can you see that? It's like a... There, that's... There, now you can tell. It's like a 3D. That's messed up. Oh no! Is that how all of his pages... Oh no! Wow, it wasn't all of the pages. Like, half of his math pages printed out like that. Did Kari's math pages print like that? Nope. Nope, his look fine. So weird. Okay, well I'll need to reprint those here in a minute. There's only... There's like fully 6 pages that printed weird. And then all of a sudden I printed normal. Here's his grammar. So strange. That's okay, but I need to go back and do that. I've never had that happen before. What am I doing? This goes in here. This was math. And that's Kari's grammar. Okay, so he's still got math to print out as well as flashcards. But Kari's completely done. Kari's completely done. I think I might just start with the first 2 units of flashcards, and assuming I've printed these out correctly, and then find the stuff, because I think it would be overwhelming to go through all 4 lessons of vocabulary at once, and then that would give me time to solve my problem. Yes! 2 for 2! Okay, so now I need to switch back to regular paper. Oh, I probably did have enough. I probably do have enough to at least print one more. But I'm just gonna leave that for next time. 2 is enough. I'm gonna put this paper in too, though. Am I sure this is all paper, not cardstock? Pretty sure. Not totally sure, but pretty sure. Paper in. at these 6 pages. If right now you're thinking, wow, homeschooling seems hard, it can be. It can be. This is not the hard part. This may be like the, I don't know, part that you have to kind of like get done, and it's not really entertaining at all. But the hard part is definitely dealing with kids who don't want to do school and don't realize that they're really getting it easy not being at school all day. You know, that can be interesting. Okay, let's see. Control print. Whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is their math thing. I can't just control print. Okay. I mean, part of me thinks I need to check it after it does just one, just to make sure it's printing right. I'd love to not print it in color, but I feel like these bar graphs kind of need color to... You could do it without color, but it's so much easier with color. So let me just see what happens if I just print one. I need to put this down there. Okay. Some RVs have like a bed that raises automatically. Yay! You know, and holds itself up. We might put that in at some point, but not right now. Is this bugging anybody else? Did it unzoomed? I guess when I stopped, maybe. Whoa! When I paused. There we go. Alright, back to body doubling. I've only got a few pages left, 5 pages left to print. And hole punch, I put my hole punch up early, didn't I? And then I've got a little bit of cleanup to do, which is part of the work, so it'll be part of the body doubling. But then I'll be done. If you're struggling today with getting your work done, first of all, let me remind you that your productivity is not equal to your worth. Those are 2 totally different things. And let me also tell you that you're not alone. I struggle all the time. Not constantly. Sometimes it feels that way. But everybody struggles. Some of us struggle more than others. That's okay. That doesn't make us worse than other people. Just makes us have to try a little harder, maybe. But if you're struggling and you need some encouragement after the fact, I guess, since it's probably going to be over on YouTube, but that's okay. Please feel free to type in the comments what you're struggling with, and you know, you'll hear back from me at least, and maybe some other folks in the comments will be able to help you too, or give us something to think about that helps us see it, our struggle in a different light. Yeah? Don't be afraid to chat. Don't be afraid to come here into this positive space. Not toxic positivity. You're allowed to have feelings here. It's not like that. But it's positive in that we don't judge you, and that everyone is... I don't want to say everyone's welcome here, because there's definitely some people who probably wouldn't be. You know, I'm not going to accept sexual comments or comments that are rude to other people, like purposefully, or that are, I don't know, inappropriate in some way. But if you're here with like the attitude of being yourself and being vulnerable, you know, then we're here to support you and not to tear you down. That's what I mean when I say that it's a positive space. Let's see if those printed out correctly. If so, that's the last of my printing for right now, for today, for this week. Heyo, they printed correctly. Alright, so I'm going to put things back in here first. Okay, that's done. Then I'm going to get out my hole punch again. I'm doing like a dance over here to get the hole punch open and the door open. Okay. Whew. Then I've got hole punches. Here's the funny thing. All of these, the pages that I just put in there, they have the page like corner like folded over because they just were papers that were not straight. Again, no judgment. This is a queer friendly space from one queer to another. The thing is that this kid is the one who might notice and be bothered by that. I'm not going to reprint it. To some degree, he has to be able to deal with the things around him that bother him. So this is one of those times where he can sort of practice dealing with that, if it is a problem. Okay, so I'm done with my computer. Set that over here. I'm going to put these in here. No, this is the wrong one. I've already opened that several times. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, now I think that it is just putting up time. I'm checking my list of stuff to do over the week, just to make sure I have everything ready to go. It looks like I do. Okay. Whew. Okay, I gotta cut these out, and I'll probably leave them out somewhere because they're not just for school, the vocab flashcards. In fact, we might practice them at night, because there's a period of bedtime where I'm with Tuka, and I like to practice ASL then. By the way, if you do have autistic kids, or you yourself are autistic and they or you sometimes go nonverbal, even just slightly, like a little bit, like I prefer not to speak sometimes, but I've learned to do it because I wasn't given another option as a child, and most of the time as an adult either. ASL is really working for us super well for when Tuka's going nonverbal. When he's like pre-meltdown stage even, but definitely in meltdowns, he doesn't want to talk, or he isn't able to talk. And he's started using ASL to communicate with us, even though we're only on lesson 4, and so he doesn't know like that many words. He's doing really well at trying, even like if he has to spell it out with finger spelling. And that's a huge help. Because a lot of times I don't know what I need to fix in his existence right then to help him get out of that place. And if he doesn't talk to me, if he's not able to communicate, then I don't have a way to help him other than just maybe pick and choose some possible things. And yeah, I mean, he can't even say yes and no. He can't even like nod, and like he's just, this is all he can do. And I haven't learned to read the different versions of shaking his hands and making noises well enough to communicate that way. So ASL has been such a huge help. I think everyone should learn ASL because you never know if you're going to go deaf. I mean, even when you get old, like, it's not that weird of a thing to have happen to you. But there's also tons of things that can happen to you in the meantime, you know, and then it helps a whole group of people communicate more easily. Like, I don't know. I'm all for learning all kinds of different languages and helping people communicate better. But personally, I think having a voice-off language at the ready is very helpful. And so, just a thought to any ASL, to any autistic parents, whether you're autistic or your kid's autistic, it's really helpful. At least for us, it has been. And also, if you're the parent of a deaf child, I cannot encourage you more to learn ASL and use it to communicate with your child, even if your child has other ways to communicate with you. It's just such an important part of their culture. And such a, I don't want to say it's easy to learn that language. It's not necessarily easy to learn any language. You have to put in the work to do it, but it's such an amazing thing you can do to support your child. And also maybe, like I said, useful for you in the future in other ways. And if anybody out there does want to learn ASL, I'm certainly not a teacher of it. I'm learning also. But I do know a lot of resources that are available and that are good and that are run. I'm not sure that the Oklahoma School of Deaf one is run by deaf people, but obviously they're people who are familiar with the deaf community. But all the other resources I know of that I use are run by deaf people. I was trying to think of teachers, deaf teachers, I guess. So I think that that's important. If you're going to learn ASL, please learn it from someone in the deaf community, because there's a lot to it. Just like learning Spanish or something, there's cultural information you need to be able to truly be fluent and to understand what's going on. Deaf culture is that even more so, I would say. I don't know, maybe not more so, but definitely that's an important part of learning the language. All right. Okay, so that was me putting together my kids' homeschool for the week. If you have any questions as homeschoolers or not as homeschoolers, you're just curious about what I'm doing, or I don't know, have any questions about it, feel free to ask me. I love to talk homeschool stuff. Again, if you're a homeschooler or you were homeschooled or whatever, you're in school now of some sort, college or whatnot, please feel free to tell us what you're doing, how you study, how you organize, what grade or level or whatever you are, what you're studying, what your kids study, feel free to share. And of course, if you're watching this and doing any kind of body doubling, it doesn't have to be school related. So feel free to drop that in the comments too. Say, hey, this was awesome. I walked my dog. I had fun. It was like having a friend along. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite comments. Or when people say, this really helped me out. I got this and that done. Or it's so nice because it felt like I had a friend in the room with me. Because that's how I want it to be. I want it to be like, here we are, internet friends. TikTok and YouTube friends. That's the vibe that I hope that we have for each other. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know how the music turned out. Did it work? Did you like it? Can you hear me even with the music? Because at first we tried a mic on me, but I guess that was echoey. So hopefully that was fixed when we took it off, that you could still hear me. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the music and my mouth moving while I talked. We will be making more lives. I'm doing lives on TikTok every weekday. like Monday through Friday, while I'm on my job search. So feel free to join me for those. They just pop up whenever, so you need to subscribe so that it will notify you when I'm doing a live. And also, there's not lives over on YouTube, where you can watch these lives anytime, or you can see all of our other content that we have. I will eventually, hopefully, be making some content that isn't live, that like I used to make on YouTube. But that takes like a lot more effort and time from us. And right now, we're really trying to, we're holding on by the skin of our teeth with our like, our stress levels, because we have now been, I think, almost 3 months fully 3 months without work, and we didn't have any money saved up, so we are like on our last dime. That being said, we do have a Patreon. No pressure whatsoever, but just like the YouTube channel, it's OHJESSLYN, Ojesslyn. But yeah, so our stress levels will not allow us to take the time to like fully edit videos and get them like really nice and stuff. So right now it's the lives, but hopefully with the music they're working better, and hopefully my work that I'm doing with resumes and stuff every weekday will pay off, and we'll be in a better place to deal with stuff later. So wish us luck, and thank you again for being here. This was a super long sign off. This is like a Midwest goodbye. I feel like I need to start at the front of the room again and go back around a few more times. Goodbye, and thank you, and goodbye again.